Hi everyone, this is Todd Y with JP Pirtle Real Estate again. Glad to see everybody. Hope you're doing well and enjoying some March Madness. I wanted to come to you today and talk to you a little bit about the market that we're in currently versus a year ago, and just share a little information with you. So the absorption rate for February of this year was a little over 2 months versus just a little under 2 months a year ago. Again, the absorption rate is the amount of time it would take to sell off all of the housing inventory in our market. Those numbers are pretty true to the same numbers they were this time a year ago. Not much has changed there. The median list price is about $300,000 versus it was about $315,000 a year ago in February. But then the sales price this year in February was $270,000 versus $255,000 a year ago. Now, some people may say that those numbers sound a little low if you look at the average sales price. I look at both, but the median is a little bit more of a, in my opinion, a truer measure of the majority of what has sold. Average sometimes can be skewed by extreme high numbers or extreme low numbers. So both good ways to look at it, but that is the median sales price. And then the median or average amount of days on the market, again, I go by median, but those numbers were 28 days in February versus 24 last February. Pretty close to the same a year ago, where it was about 32 days in February versus 28 days. So the point is it's taking right around a month to sell a house now, if it's priced right, and there's no other extenuating circumstances, of course. So a lot more of the same. Inventory is just a tad lower. The number of new listings that went on for February of this year was a little over 1,400 versus a little over 1,500 last February. So again, the moral of the story is still not a lot of inventory, and actually just a little bit less. Prices are still holding pretty firm. Not seeing the bidding wars, of course, like we used to, but they're still holding pretty strong. And then also rates are still steady, mid to high sixes, I believe, depending, there are some different programs you can get such where you might be able to get some variable ratings and things like that. And then to end on a quote, I like this one. It is, "Expect problems and eat them for breakfast," by Alfred Montefort. Thanks and have a good day.